welcome to Crafters TV. Oh, it's so marvellous to be with you today. How's your day going so far? Do you feel like it needs a bit more creativity? Well, you've found the right place. My name is Rebecca Redican. You can call me Becky. And we have got the fabulous Debbie Fisher on today.
Happy Sunday, everyone.
Happy Sunday.
Yes.
Oh, we've got some right treats today, haven't we?
We have got an amazing show lined up and I can't wait.
Tell you what, if you've not seen a craft class before, well, this is the perfect show to start with. If you are quite new to creativity in general, or maybe you are quite new and you fancy trying out die cutting, well, I'll tell you what, I've definitely got you covered today, especially as the Junior is back in stock, even in the USA, but I'll tell you more about that later, including the freebies. We have got today focus on our Create a Card, and this is going to be for anyone who wants to be inspired or start off in this fabulous medium. If you are brand new, you're going to have a lot of questions, and that's totally normal. It's how we all learn. Get them sent in on our social medias. This is how you can get in touch with us, ask your questions, and what we'll do is we'll designate some time throughout the show to have a little bit of a Q&A session with the fish. So if you do have any questions, go and get them in for us as well. We have got the wonderful Create a Card on today, and I know that we've got plenty of inspiration. If you would like to have a little bit of a nose-a-rooney, what have you got over there, please?
Well, the first one is one of my all-time favourite dies. How stunningly
so
beautiful. It's such a lovely die. It's a really large die. It is gorgeous. We're going to be doing our first demo with this card. It is, not this card, this die. Absolutely stunning. And we've bought you some. So what this show is all about is showing you the different dies in that Create a Card range. These are our double-sided dies. Anyone that knows me knows these are my absolute favourite. I adore double-sided dies. You can get this effect, 2 die cuts, but only in 1 pass through your machine. And what's more, if you put them through your Junior machine, you're going to do that in 8 seconds. I mean, that's incredible. You're going to be able to create another double-sided die that you're going to be able to create amazing cards just like this. And we've also got some Christmas in the house, where these beautiful Create a Card elements we've got in, which are interchangeable sentiments, so 3 different interchangeable sentiments with different designs that look amazing. And then how about treating yourself to these amazing card-based dies? We've got cupcakes, we've got teapots, we've got food mixers. So anything you want, we have got it for you today in this amazing Create a Card show.
We really do have a fabulous set of treats coming up for you. I did mention the Junior machine. Now, if you are brand new, you've stumbled upon us because, you know, your auntie's next door neighbour mentioned that you might like this, then it is wonderful to see you. We love hearing from you. Get any questions in throughout the show, because we're going to be doing some techniques, some demonstrations, but also really tackling some of those questions head on. If you do want a die cutting machine, today is totally your day. We will be demoing with the machine and we will explain it all. But the die cutting machine creates wonderful designs quickly and precisely. And today we're giving a free giveaway. That means that you will get double-sided plates free with the Junior. Now, if you are brand new, you're going, hang on, sorry, double-sided plates, what is this all about? Don't worry, we will explain all as the show goes on. But I would definitely say if you are planning on getting the Gemini or the Junior for that quicker but precise make, this is the way to do it. You're also going to get 50 bonus points on this, which normally you'd have to spend £50 for. We have got a starter kit for you now, which would be great if you are brand new to Create a Card or crafting in general. These are the things you're going to be able to get. And I just want to remind you that if you are brand new, when we say die cutting, we mean you get a metal design such as this. You'll then run it through a machine such as the Junior we brought earlier, and this is the effect that you get. And you can do so much with this, and we will be explaining that to you soon, but it gives you wonderful images time and time again. Obviously, you're going to want card as well in here, so that's what we're bringing to you in this collection. You've got 2 different types of it. You've got the Centura in the light silver and in the black, so that's just going to give you different effects. And can you see that delicate pearlescence? A little bit like the orient of a pearl, that diffraction of light. That glossiness is going to really come through in your cards. Tape pen you've got there at the bottom, and that is a super duper extra strong one. It's just double-sided tape, but easier. And then you're going to be getting the triple easel flower dies as well. So it's not just the fairy die, you're getting the easel flowers as well. If you're thinking that's a lot of information, I'm better as a visual learner, sit back, relax, grab a brew or a Bucks Fizz, it is a Sunday, and let's dive on into our first demo with the fish. What are we up to for this one, please?
Yeah, so we're going to be showing that gorgeous fairy. It is absolutely stunningly beautiful, and you can do different things with it. It's all about concept cards, the amount of varied ways that we can use it. What you are getting is a really large die here which cuts in, and if I take this one away, you are getting the one that cuts it out. So if you just want to cut into a card, which we are going to do in the first demo, this doesn't have an outside cutting line, which is amazing. It means that if you just take a piece of that gorgeous pearlescent cardstock, I mean, it really is just opulent, you're going to be able to cut directly into it. So we are not going to be using this one just at the moment. We're going to show both ways so you can see just how easy it is. Now I'm bringing in my scoreboard. We're going to score this in half. So I've got an A4 sheet of card, so I'm going to go one increment before the 6. Excuse me. And then we'll just fold that over. While I'm doing that, I'm just going to take a quick sip of water, if you don't mind, just to
no
clear
problem.
my throat.
Whilst you're sipping on that, don't forget that if you are brand new, you do want the scoreboard, etc., head on over to our website to have a little look at it. If you are just really starting out and you want to give it a go, you can of course just fold your card and make sure that you burnish it down as Debbie is doing now.
Yes. So cleared my throat, had a little sip of water. Yeah, just burnishing that in half, and then you've got that beautiful card blank in one.
Fab.
Now what we are going to do is, oh, and I've just realised, silly me, but we can. There's a way, and actually it's not a bad thing, Becky.
Okay.
What I've realised is I'm cutting into a card blank, not realising I'm using my junior.
Ah, yes.
But it's a really good way to show. I'm going to just grab my my metal shim. So let me just grab my metal shim out of here.
So
Because
this is the one that you get in with the junior itself, isn't it?
Yes. And I don't want to. If you've got a large Gemini, then this card will be fine. What you would do is run that through your machine into your card like this. Now, if you are going for the junior, and that's why I want to use the metal shim, there's a way around that where we can just fold the card into that shim.
Perfect.
So, and then we can just hold that in place and send that through our machine. So let me just take my plates out, just finding my platform. Now we will run through all of the platforms and how you put this all together when we talk about the actual machine itself. So don't worry, stay tuned and you'll find out everything you need to know about the Gemini and all the platforms. So what you need to know with the Gemini is an electronic machine. It's not a hand cranking machine, so it takes it from you. It takes 8 seconds for your plates to run through that machine. 8 seconds to get the most beautiful die cut. So this has gone right through. If I just take those away and take that out, when I'm actually going to do it over my bin so I don't make too much of a mess everywhere else. But if I bring that in, you've then got that amazing cut there. And all those pieces will just pop out. You can see all of those little pieces will pop out and you'll get your beautiful fairy. Now I'm going to just bring in the one I've already poked out all those pieces. You can see when you fold it in half, exactly the same. And then what we're going to do, we're going to take a piece of that white Centura. So bearing in mind, you are getting all of this in that kit. And then just going to make sure that I've cleared my, my die cut. Just all of the little pieces. Yep, they've all gone. They're good. That's one big one there that doesn't want to release itself. And the reason I'm just making sure I take all them out, because we're going to send it through again. But this time what we're going to do is we're going to add that outer layer. So bringing this in around the outside edge, and then I'm going to use some tape because the tape will make sure that that's, oh, I've got new tape. this will make sure that stays down. It doesn't matter where it goes on the cardstock. All I want to make sure is that frame is even all the way around, and I'm going to put a piece of tape at the top and a piece at the bottom. Let's just slightly move there. There we go. And then what that will do this time is it will actually cut out the die. And also what we're going to do is use it as a little bit of a stencil, because these dies have space in them that you can use your inks to stencil through. So again, 8 seconds, nothing at all. I mean, that, I know I keep saying that, but it wows me every time that we can get onto our creative part within 8 seconds of cutting a die. That's incredible. Brilliant. So taking those bits off, I'm going to give that a knock over my bin there. But I'm not going to take it out the die. Now, if I leave this here, you can see lots of these white areas are still in here. So I'm just going to bring in my grasshopper and my sandstorm, and we're just going to bring in our little daubers. And all I'm going to do is ink through. I think I've got a too dark a brown on there, so I'm going to do it quite lightly onto her face and her arms. So all this is doing, it's giving her a skin colour. And then the rest, I'm just going to use a green to actually, do all the other pieces that are just in the air, because they're all sort of the greenery, the plants that are floating around.
And this is, although, you know, I know it's going to look incredible, this is a really good beginner's technique, but it still looks so professional, doesn't it?
It looks so professional, Becky. And that's exactly what we want, isn't it? Because actually all the tools we have now make us look like we're all experts in that area. So it really is incredible. So when we take that then away, you've then highlighted. So all these bits will come out. So they're just all little bits there. Let me just bring in the one that I've already done so you can see. With this one, let me bring that up a bit. Exactly the same. Let that dry before you do anything, because although that's dry anyway, but this is a coated cardstock, so sometimes your ink might be a little wet on there. And then I've just run mine through my Xyron machine. So just peeling that one off. You could use your dotty tape pen, but then what I'm going to do with this, and in fact what I'm going to do first is take some, I've just got some nice turquoise Centura. We're going to put this on the inside, so then when I come to putting that topper on, you'll be able to see it really clearly. Let me just grab myself a tape pen.
Don't forget you get a tape pen in this bundle.
Oh, you do you?
Yeah.
Is it a dotty one or a normal one?
It's your normal. Extra
Brilliant.
strong.
Even better. So I'm just going to pop this on the inside of my card. And there we go. And then we fold that. You can see that looks beautiful, just as a gorgeous silhouette. But when we put this over the top, what we can do is slightly, very slightly offset it, and then it looks like a shadow in the background.
Oh, it's like a magic fairy garden at night.
Yes. So all I'm going to do is turn that back over, and I'm going to use the back of my scissors just to make sure that goes down. And that will make sure that that all adheres to my cardstock. And there we go. So bringing that over. And then all I've done then is I've just done myself a little It's Your Day Shine Bright, which I've used from one of our sentiments. And we're just going to, where shall we pop that? On the bottom. We could put it just coming, oh, I don't know now, look. It's like all different places that we can put it. I think we're going to put it over here. That will do, that will be nice. And I'm going to pop some glue along there. And then we can just place that in her garden. And there we go. So from a really simple create a card to creating something that's really quite special.
I think that's incredible. And the fact that you as a beginner can create that. I mean, in all honesty, if you are new, if you were to see that in a shop, how much would you expect it to be? You know, one of your supermarkets, your local chain stores. that wouldn't be a £3-4 card, would it? It'd be much more expensive. So it's fab that you can get that look. And of course, that's just the start of the creativity. Do treat yourself to this now if you'd like to get started. I want to remind you, it's got the Centura in the white and the black as well. You've got your tape pen. You've also got the fairy. And then we've got these lovely nesting dies that are really cool for making easels. Those are your flowers, stacked flowers. And we will discuss those a little bit more later on. But yeah, those ones are fabulous. To be able to start something as a wonderful hobby and create something like that for only £30 or $40, it's fab. Oh, and by the way, if it is your first order, don't forget you get the 20% off as well. Oh yeah. So we have got loads more to come for you, as we've said, and I want to bring you something which is a little bit cute and quirky. Do you know anyone in your family who loves gardening, who loves cooking, who loves barbecuing? I went home last night and I had a barbecue. Who loves barbecuing? Who maybe spends lots of time in the tool shed? If so, imagine making them a card personalised like this. This one here is your Create a Card Fancy Apron collection. And dependent on what colours you use and what elements you add to it, you really can make this for anyone and anything. It's a great one for Father's Day. Remember, Father's Day is coming up in a couple of weeks, isn't it? So the 20th. So this would be a great one for Father's Day, and it does actually have fathers in it in the stamp. So not only do you get all of the dies, you do get the stamps with it as well. And then what about someone in your family who's a little bit of a Mary Berry? What about this for them? Anyone who loves watching Bake Off, anybody who maybe in lockdown has taken up baking, whether that be cakes or bread, this would be a lovely one for them. Again, it is your die collection that we have here, and it's your Mixed with Love. You're getting the stamps with that too, which includes lots, including You Are All I Need, as in need. So yeah, that is on there for you. You don't have to choose which one you want. You're gonna get both of these. 50 bonus points, normally costing you £50 to get that much. Today, not only are you getting a massive saving, but you're getting those points as well. £42.73 or $56.41. As you can see, this is going to keep you going and keep you making no matter what time of year. So enjoy those ones. We have also got for you on the show today some ornate frames. Now these are the stacked easels. And these give you a really cool looking card. Again, if you are new, let me show you what we mean by a stacked easel. So we're getting for you different shapes, and these are all going to come die cut with your die cutters that you can use over and over again. And what you're going to be able to create with these is an easel design. So could you see the movement on these? You can see how they all lift up. So you could create really interesting interconnecting cards, and you can create it in numerous different shapes. In the collection I'm going to bring, I've got for you the hexagons. Now the hexagon one's lovely because you're getting the different size of hexagon, but you are also getting the sentiment that says friend, so you can cut that out and you can do lots of different sizes and designs. We've also got the circular one. So the circular one's lovely. It's got a really nice border on it, and this one has the sentiment of hello. And again, if I just show you, in case you are new, what we mean when we stack these up, because we can put them in any kind of formation we want. All of this cutting is going to be done for you. You are going to be able to achieve cards like this. And last but by no means least in this collection anyway, I'm going to bring to you the rectangles, which of course you can have standing up, or you could have landscape if you wanted. This one comes with celebrate as the sentiment. And again, you're getting in there lots of different dies. You don't just get one, as you can see. And you get the opportunity to really play with these. So all of these for you. Again, in one place, £50 or $60. Should be nearly £60 or $75, so it's a great one. Then I've got your hearts and flowers, which is the same sort of situation, but of course this time with your hearts and with your flowers. So here's your heart collection. You're going to be getting the different sizes of the hearts to give you that real interest point. You've also got the word sentiment, love, to be die cut, as well as some little hearts, as well as stoppers. And then you've got the flowers, and I'll just show you the flower one. here. Again, you are going to be getting the different forms of your flowers to be able, I just love the flower ones. I think it's wonderful because they'll be great for frames. But yes, there's loads you can do with these, of course, but as I always say, you can't do anything if you haven't got them. So do seize the moment on these ones. If they're talking to you as they are to me, we have got those two for £33 or $42. That's a saving of over 15%. And again, if you're going to be getting these, you will want a die cutter. We've got the Junior back on today, and that is in the US. It's back in stock in the US, and you've got freebie of double-sided plates. If you don't know what they are, do not worry about it. We're going to be talking all about sandwiches and the order of things a little bit later on. Now I have got a collection for your shaped cards, and I tell you what, these will definitely make you smile. Drop the tape back. I have got for you a collection that is smile-inducing, I would say. Let me start off, if I may, with your bottles up. I just think this is so cute, isn't it? In here, you are going to be getting a lot of different elements, 13 pieces in total, and you've got loads of the dies in there. We have also got your Sweet Treats collection, 7 pieces in this, including but not limited to a candle for birthday cards. You know, you don't have to use them all together. You've got heart shape in here as well. Then I'm also bringing to you, for all of you fashionistas or shopaholics, you have got the wonderful 11-piece Be Fabulous collection. You've got your Time for Tea collection here. This one's got 9 pieces in it, including a cup, amongst other things. And then I've got stamps that work perfectly with it and go in. So things like sprinkles for your cupcakes, for example, and they all correspond perfectly. All of these you are going to be getting, and today $74.97 only. And it's not only that, you're also going to be getting a demonstration. So let's dive on in. Which one are we going to be crafting with?
So we're going to use the bottle one. These are so much fun. If you like toppers, you're going to be able to make beautiful toppers, but you can also make your own card bases, which is incredible. So everybody loves a cupcake.
I love that one.
So beautiful. The dress one is great. I mean, that would be lovely for a bride to give to her bridesmaids, wouldn't it? Or vice versa.
Yeah.
Maybe for a girl's prom, because we'll have sort of those prom dresses. Everyone knows someone that bakes and in the kitchen. I mean, how fabulous is that? I mean, wouldn't you just love to bake a cake that just oozes flowers that comes out like that? It would be amazing. And I really love this apron one, because this really lends itself to women, to men, for the gardening, for handyman, anything, retirement card, great for Father's Day, teacups, you know, cupcakes. We could go on because they are so good. So we're just going to do some basics on how they go together and how you can work them, and every single one, regardless of shape, will work that same way. So I'm going to start off with my piece of card. Now what I have done with this one, now you can do them either way, and actually it might be a good idea to show that. So what I am going to do, I'm going to just grab myself another piece of card, and I'm going to score it in half and just show you how we can do it both ways, because I think that's a really good idea to be able to show that. So let me just check that will fit onto, there we go, a 3-inch piece of card. And all we're then going to do is double that up, so we'll fold that in half. Now these are slightly thicker than a thin metal die, so they've just got a very slight, they're not as much as a mixed media, but they are slightly thicker, and what it means, it will enable it to go through 2 sheets of 300 GSM in one go, so that's 600 GSM we're asking it to go through. Now if you do have another die cutting machine, just refer to your user manual, but what I would say is that you may have to put it through maybe 2 or 3 times, but it will work. So what you can do is put your die onto here, but if I turn that card over so you can really see that, the cutting edge is slightly off. So I don't want that cutting edge to go into my card. So what we want to make sure we do is it to not go onto that cutting edge, but still cut out the shape of our bottle. So I'm just going to put a piece of tape onto there. So this will show our first one of how you can put your bottle together. Now what I love about this bottle is it represents a bottle of beer, it represents a bottle of champagne, a bottle of wine, a bottle of pop. So I love the fact that it's got all the different elements inside the die set to do your little screw top for your, not screw top, what do they call those tops that you have to do a bottle opener
yeah,
with?
that look a bit like crowns when you turn them upside down.
All round. I don't even know what they're called.
Not
just probably a cap.
top. Yeah, cap maybe.
Bottle cap. Yeah, or beer cap, isn't it? So yeah, there's even a die that does that as well. So that one's your first one. Can you see? So that's actually creating your card blank, which is perfect.
Real.
And then the other way you can do it, which is the way I was going to do it, where this was my piece of card. If you just pop that over the other way, you then get that top neck piece, which is what I've done on this one. So you can have it standing as a tent fold. So out of those that one die, you can get 2 different tops. And actually, looking at it like this way, it looks like a bottle now, a bottle of milk.
Yeah, it does.
You could perhaps do a baby's bottle, couldn't you, as
well?
So,
or
so
for
many
milk
things.
people. Milk.
Yeah, that's it. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to take some more of our different dies. So we've got the neck of our bottle here, so we'll take that one. We've also then got some added elements, so I'm going to pop this onto here, and if I bring in my die set, you can see I've got all these different elements. So if you want a different top to your bottle, you've got this one which gives like your almost like your top there and then a V-neck. You've got little tags that you've got here, your tops of your tags, so you can have those whatever you want.
Great.
You've got all your little labels. There's your little cap top that you can put on there. All these different elements, especially, and the little word labels, as well as all these fabulous stamps which are amazing that comes with those as well. So we're going to cut those ones, then we're going to bring in our green. And I'm going to put these on my plate because I'm using my Gemini. I'm just making sure they will all fit through. We're going to have a green one of that. We're going to do our bottle again. So I'm going to bring that up. I'm just trying to fit them all on my plate. So actually, let's cut this down because I think we can really minimize our space. And it just shows you how much you can get on your Gemini. And what it also does is it shows you how much you don't need to worry about the space on your Gemini. Everywhere on this platform will cut amazingly well. Because sometimes we get sweet spots that don't always cut well in other die cutting machines. But with the Gemini, you have every confidence, offering it to the mouthing machine, letting it take it. It will cut anywhere that I've put a die on that platform and work incredibly well. So bring in those pieces out. So what we've got here, this piece is what then has this piece on the inside. So that gives, can you see, like a little label for our bottle.
Yeah.
Then we've got our front piece for our bottle as well.
Okay.
And our top piece here. Now what I've also done is cut that again in black just to give me a black stopper for the top of my bottle there, and then this will go over the top, so you can see you're building up that bottle all the time. So if I bring in our card black, it doesn't matter which one I put it onto, it will work with either one. So whether we do it onto this one, whether we do it onto the other one, it's going to work. I'm going to do it on this one because my finished card is with the one over the top, so you can see the differences. And then also you get those stamps, so we're going to do a little bit of stamping. We're going to bring in our tape pen and pop that into place. And there we go. And because that fits perfectly over the top, you can get that perfect lay down of that bottle. Or I've done that slightly wonky, but never mind. And then I'm just going to see where we need to put this in respect of our bottle top, because I then don't want to glue over where I don't need it to be glued. So putting that at there. And these are definitely the cards you want to be given for Father's Day. They're going to look amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Your dad would be really impressed, wouldn't he, with something like this?
Definitely.
So there's our little, so this little anchor here will go, can you see, that fits the bottleneck on the top. So these are really great for labelling, doing different things with them. You can put, you can put a year on there as well. There's some numbers on the actual stamp set.
They're so handy. You just use them all the time, don't you, numbers?
Yeah, totally. pop that right in the center there. So that's given us our focal point there. And then all I'm going to do, I've just got some words out of my stash, Happy Father's Day. And then I've stamped this image. So you've actually got the stamp on here. Can you see? Put that on there. You've got that stamp that goes around. So you stamp the actual frame onto it. And then we're going to pop that onto the front of our card. There we go. And that creates our little Father's Day bottle.
Oh, that's just wonderful.
And there we go. So just a really nice one, but it's a great fun to have. And you can use them for so many different things. We've done the Father's Day, but you can obviously use them for your mum, for a bottle of wine or anything you want to. But they're a really great one to have.
I adore that. Thank you so much for showing us that. Don't forget, we will be voting on demo of the show in a little bit as well, so do keep your peepers peeled. So that demonstration was just with bottles up, and this comes as part of this wonderful collection. Not only that though, you are going to be getting, as I said before, the stamps that go with it. And there's loads in here that are really good. There are big bold ones together, such as, it's no coincidence, beers rhyme with cheers. But also there's individual words such as save water, drink wine, or save water, drink champagne or beer. So there's loads of different ones you can use there. As well as that, I've got the cupcake. This is your sweet treats. The sweet treats comes again with some stamps, including the likes of lovely little cherries, it's cupcake o'clock, etc. So you've got all of those ones too. Then I've got for you the Be Fabulous. So this is one for anyone who, you know, loves it, dressing up. It could be a fancy dress. You can make them into, you know, sort of Disney cards, for example, if you're thinking about, you know, maybe doing it in the type of colourway of one of the Disney princesses. That could be quite cute. You've got the roses in here, thank you, and much more. Then I've also got for you the Time for Tea collection, and that one has got lots of your teas. It's got flowers in it. It's got tea for two and much more. So lots of different ones you can create with this. It is $74.97 today. So we have also got on the show for you, don't forget, loads more still to come. We have got the wonderful double-sided dies. Now the reason we're bringing these up specifically today is because, if you've just tuned in, we've got the Junior back in stock, even in the US, and we're throwing in some double-sided plates on it. If you don't know what that is, we'll explain all later. These are double-sided die creator cards, and you have got the 20 different, 20 different sheets of card in this, including that wonderful rose gold, which has got the most captivating glitter to it. You're also going to be getting the Centura Pearl in that one, and you're also getting the tape pen. But then it's all about the dies. So when we talk about a double-sided die, it kind of does what it says on the tin, and these are the types of effects you can create. So using a die, just one pass through the machine, you can create this design on one side, this on another, and stack them together to create this kind of look. And the next one die, run it through the machine, and you get the different layers done in one pass, and that will just look so professional. And of course it gives you loads of time that you can change colours to change the feel and the theme of things. These are very special dies. They're not the type of dies you can just nip out to your local craft shop and purchase like that. This is really fabulous. If you're new, if you are advanced, you can both use these. We're bringing all of that to you today, double-sided mind, for £30 only, or $40. Let me just put that into perspective. You know, the likes of a double-sided die, quite a few places, you know, if you were to be purchasing something around the £15 mark for a die of that size, absolutely fine. You're getting two of them, and the double-sided, and you're getting all of the card, and the tape pen, and the Centura. It's a treat and a half, so do treat yourself now. One thing that I will mention though is, if you haven't got a Junior, then obviously the Junior comes with free double-sided cutting plates. Maybe you have got a Junior, you fell in love with it, but you want the double-sided one, then we're going to bring to you the plates themselves. Because these are a double-sided dies, you need slightly different plates. We will talk about the sandwich proportion of them, the platform, in a bit. This is your standard Gemini size, £20 or $24.95, and then here's your Junior one. the junior one's on its way, and it comes with a bag, don't forget. You're saving 30% on these ones. Also, don't forget, just like with any of your plates, these are something which after months and months and months, possibly years of use, you might want to update. So do seize the moment. If you do need the machine, you've seen how professional these cards can look in such a short amount of time. Now is your chance. This is your Gemini Junior machine, and with it you're going to get the free double-sided cutting plates. Now I will just make this clear again in case you're brand new. There's lots of different plates that you run through the machine to give you a crisp cut. You will get all of the basic plates that you need with it anyway. This is just an added extra freebie with the double-sided cutting die. So that's for you today. And you're getting an extra 50 bonus points as well. If you are thinking this could sound like it's for me, or maybe there's someone who's got a big birthday coming up and you want to treat them, find out a little bit more about the fabulousness of these machines by watching this. So you are getting all of that, but also the free double-sided plates and the 50 bonus points. You are going to have an absolute whale of a time with this if you are brand new. And tell you what, if you've had your die cutter for ages, message us in, let us know what you love about it, because it can kind of inspire some people who are thinking of trying it out. We have got the wonderful stacked easels cards for you that you can create using a machine like the Junior and using the dies that I'm about to bring you. These are a fabulous 3D form pop-up card that fold flat, and you can have so much fun with them, can't you?
Say that 3 times, Becky. Absolutely. These are really good fun. What they are actually is a set of really good usable nesting dies, which you can make into the most fabulous different easel cards here. So we can see being able to create them on a different angle or layering them one in front of each other. I love this one. I think it's just adorable. Just stunning. Those beautiful floral ones. We've then got that gorgeous hexagon. So different ones that we've got. We've then got this one I love. This actual die looks like a stamp, like a postage stamp. So it's got that sort of look about it. It's a really, it's a really is. But if I turn it around, you can see it a little bit better. Yeah. It is like a postage stamp. It's a really cool effect, that one. And you can be able to use that in lots of your matte and layerings. And then using all your word dies. We had some of these interchangeable word dies on yesterday. They look fabulous on these easels. And I love this arrangement where you can put them in different places, but as well as in front. And that's why they are stacked stacked easel cards.
They are magical, and the fact that you can send these to your loved ones, your pals, your friends, and that they can open them up and just have them on their mantelpiece. These are the types of ones that they kind of turn heads, and maybe when all of the other birthday cards kind of get packed up, it's probably going to be one that stays on that mantelpiece. So they're great ones. I'm bringing to you a big selection here, so let me whip through them for you. Starting off with the rectangles now, and as you can see, just again, in case you are new, what you have in here is, you know, in this banner what type of elements in it, which is a paper craft die. You're getting your title of it here. It's from the Create a Card collection. You're getting 10 pieces in this in total. And as you can see on the back, you're going to be getting the likes of the Celebrate, the outline cutter, and of course the element that creates all of the different sizes that you can make your cards with. Not only is there that one, we've also got your hexagons. Your hexagon ones again, stacking up with this one. You are going to be getting the sentiment, which is friend, and you're going to get the individual hexagons. So if you've got any B stamps at home, I think this is a great one. Not only have I got that, we've also got these circles. The circle ones are lovely. They have the frilly outline detail to them. Great for sort of knitted or crochet pieces inspired. And this one says, hello! All of those. So bearing in mind, you are going to be getting 32 individual dies in total. Let me remind you, if you are new, these dies you will use day after day, year after year. They will last and last and last. You have got the chance today to be inspired. We have got for you £50 or $60 only. That's a big 15% saving. So well done to you if you do fancy them. If you want something that's maybe a little bit more personal, yeah, good word. Yeah, I sort of just did the snogging sound, but you know, love smooching, kissing. Ooh. Gosh, my romance game is really on point today. We have got for you your lovely hearts, and we've got your flowers in this collection. With the heart wand, you do get the love as well in there, and then you get the florals designs. We're bringing to you £33 or $42. These are cards that look really professional, and if you are brand new, you may well be sat at home thinking, there is no chance I'd ever be able to make that. Well, give us 10 minutes and I reckon you'll be able to. I'm over with you now, the fish. What are we up to?
So triple stacked easels, what are they? They are the actual dies that cut out the whatever pattern you want them to. So whether you're going for the hearts, the hexagons, and what you can see is each one has, and this is in each pack, you will have 2 coordinating or 2 matte and layering dies. So there's 3 pairs of them, if you like. So you'll get those 2. So you would take the biggest one of each one of those. So your one there, you go down then to your third one, take that one. Have I done that right? Yes, I have. Yes, no, I haven't. That's the one we want.
Every other.
Every other, yeah, I was confusing myself. And then the next one down. So you get your three biggest of those ones in between. You then get that really lovely die that you can cut out for the centre if you wanted to, which are amazing. And then you get full instructions. Now these step by step, they take you through each step of the way up to 21 step by steps. So you're going to be, you know, you don't have to just get on with this. You've got step by step instructions every step of the way to guide you. So nice and easy. Now the first thing you need to do is to take each one of the dies. So we're going to take the smallest one of these 3. We're going to cut out one of these dies. Then we're going to take our folded piece of card and we're going to place that over the top, and then you can cut that top piece out as well. But what you do want to do, in fact we will do a couple, you want to make sure that that top piece just overhangs. Because as that overhangs, like we did with that card blank before with the bottle, you can see through just that top there. Let's go turn it that way. So you can just see through, you can't really see. Well, if I do it that way, it's better. You can see that they go over the top there. So we'll do that. And then we need to do the same with the other 2. So again, you would cut one out. So a full one, let's cut one out of that one this time. So we'll cut that one out. And then again, you would then have one that's cut out and one that goes over the top as well. So let's do a bit of cutting. I'm going to do one of each to show you exactly how they work. So as with the other ones, these are slightly thicker than a thin metal die, which means they can go through that double cardstock. So let's pop that into place and then bring that in. So again, I'm just offering it into the mouth of my Gemini machine. All these dies will fit through your Junior. So if you're thinking about going for a die cutting machine, it's amazing that you are getting an offer with the double-sided plates, because we've got double-sided dies on there. And they're a really good set of dies, set of platforms to have. So let's pop these out, and then you can see how we've made our little cards. So pop them to the side. So we've got our base, mat and layer, but then we've got our little card like this, which creates that piece. Then what you're going to do is take your scoring board, you're going to take your scoring tool, and we're just going to score sort of roughly in the middle, and just so you get a score line. So when you fold that over, that becomes your little easel card. So as simple as that. So really easy. What you're going to do is do that with each one. So if I move these all out the way, I'm going to bring in my pre-scored and folded ones. So I've already mat and layered, just to save time, because we have 3 easel cards that we're doing. I've already mat and layered the base. So we're just going to fold these tops over. So to create that, then your one piece of card that you've got acts as your piece that goes on the top. So we're going to add our glue just to the part below the score line. You don't want to cover this with glue, because then your fold will not fold. So let's pop that into place onto there. Give that a rub, and that then creates your smallest card. Now with your smallest one, this is the one where you need a stopper for. So all I've done is then got myself another little heart. So I've cut out the heart. It is a heart that you get in the pack as well. So either this one or your small one are classed as your stoppers. I'm then going to grab myself a foam pad and pop that on the top there. And then we can move that slightly forward. So we're going to pop that slightly forward just to give us enough room for that to sit behind. And that creates our first little easel card. So nice and easy. So that's our first one. If you wanted to use this, I cut this out because I thought it was a really nice die to show how beautiful it looks. And we could actually just mat and lay it over the top if you wanted to. You've got all those choices with the dies. Now the next thing I've done on this one is I've cut myself out a double layer. So I've mounted my card underneath, the same as the one on the smaller one. Pop that on there. We're going to then fold our card in. So again, creating that easel. And it is all about burnishing. And then I've done the other one, which we can stick on the front here. But what I've then done is took my dies. So you take your smallest die to cut through, it was the other smaller one, and then your outer layer, and then it creates just a little bit of a different one. And we're going to just put some pads on here just to heighten that up. And actually, it would be really nice if you made it into a shaker card. You could put your acetate onto there and make a little shaker card out of this sort of style.
That's a nice idea.
So I'm just putting a couple on just around to raise that up, and that will go onto the front there. It's just about giving you all different aspects and different interests on your card. I've then, because the papers are from one of my favourite pads, which is the Quintessentially English, I'm going to just pop that into place onto there, and then we can stick that. And again, all you want to do is just beneath the score line, you want to put your tape, not above. And that will make sure that that works beautifully. So putting that into place, give that a rub down with your glue. And that creates our second one. But this time I'm not going to put a stopper on this, because my smaller one is going to act as the stopper for that next one, which we put into place. So that's our 2 done, and then we've got our 3rd one here. So again, just taking all those different elements. I've put my card, I haven't put that one in, so we'll just take that one down. And actually, bearing in mind, you don't have to use all of them. You could have just a double one. You don't have to use a triple. You could actually just use one as your biggest one as a single one, which would work really well. And you could actually do 3 of the same sizes. So you could do them side by side, but with the same size. So lots of different ways and variations that you can do them. So again, I'm just doing all my mats and layers. And again, all these are cut out are from the actual dies that you get in this kit. So really nice that we can use those set as our mat and layers. And then putting your tape on again beneath that line, just so that card always folds up, because that's how you create your easel card for anyone that's not made an easel card. I think what our dies do, Becky, they make everything simple.
Yeah.
So these, you know, you can really have a lovely play in your craft room. So amazing. You're getting this gorgeous love design as well. So I'm just going to bring in my dotty tape pen. Oh, I've got two striped ones there, and I'm going to just pop this onto my die. And all that will happen is the dots will go, oh, it's a double-sided piece of paper there where I need them. And then you get your mat and layer in. I will bring in that so you can see it. So you've got that love die plus an extra die around the edge for your mat and layer. So we will pop that into place. There we go. And then we will start to put our card into action. So this one, I've got a wonderful friend, which was from a stamp set that we had. I'm not sure if we've got the stamp set with the easels anymore, but you'll have your own sentiments, I'm sure. So I'm just going to put for a wonderful friend, and I've got a butterfly there as well, which I'm just going to put that in the center so our wings will come up. And that's going to act as my background one. So we've got all three, and now all you need to do is decide where you actually want them. So stick this one onto the front as well of our card. So that's going to be on our front easel. So let's do them, say we want them side by side. What you need to do is make sure you've got enough room to pop this one behind, so you would structure it where it is. And actually, Becky, what I haven't touched on, the other thing is envelopes. So with these cards, let's say I want to put one there, I want to put one there, and I want to put one there, and I just stick them all together, and that's fine. I might find I then haven't got an envelope that size to do it.
Good
so
point.
what I would say, before you stick them down, just judge where you want to put them. So let's say we're going to put them roughly like this. I would bring them over onto your work surface where you are and think what size your envelope is going to be. So I'm thinking there, actually, that's going to give me a 6 by an 8 inch envelope, which is probably not a general size of envelope. So we've either got our 5 by 7, so we could bring them in like that, and you'd still get that shape, but they would fit in a 5 by 7 envelope.
Great.
Or you could do them bigger, or one in front of the other, where you then would know that you would need, in fact, you could do a 7 by 5 if you did it the other way.
Great.
So just be mindful of where you're putting it and what size envelope you would need.
That's a really good tip.
And then all I'm going to do is put my tape where we need it on the side here, making sure again that that's where that's going to pop behind, and place that one inside, so I know then that that one will stand perfectly fine. And then I've got my other one here. I'm going to bring that up, place that down there, so I know just here is where I want to put my tape, and then hold that in front, and that one will stay behind, just like that. And then, oh, is it catching onto there? There we go. And then if I turn that round, you can see we've got then all three stacked side by side that look absolutely beautiful.
Oh, that's just so nice. I can imagine so many people adoring getting that. That is our third demo of the show. Thank you for that. Isn't it incredible that with elements such as these, it's almost like the engineering and the actual design process has been done for you, which is the really difficult bit. All you have to do is use these, you save time, and you still get that same fabulous finish, just much quicker. And to be honest, much better value for money, because if you take into account if you were to make these all by hand, it's going to take you a fair old time. Today though, £33 or $42, you're saving over 15% on this today, but it is today, so do seize the moment whilst you can. Don't forget, we were running that through the junior machine, which is available, and you get the free double-sided plates with that. And I'm mentioning that because I'm going to bring you some double-sided dies right now. Double-sided dies are just a work of genius, in all honesty. I'm going to bring you a starter pack for now, and then I'll bring you some more treats in a moment. The starter pack is just that. It's great if you are brand new and you would like to create something professional looking quickly. I'm bringing to you dies. I'm also going to be bringing to you cardstock, which we always need. You've got that wonderful Centura Shimmer Rose Gold pack there. Big amount in there, you're going to be able to make loads. And then you've also got the pack set as well, which you can just see there. Gives you a real nice framing design. Then you've got your tape runner as well, which is, for all intents and purposes, a double-sided glue that you just roll without all of the sort of faff of unsticking. We're bringing to you the two different dies in here. The first one is your Lots of Love range. And as you can see, and we will talk about this and show you this more later, you're getting a die that you'll run through with those plates, which you get free with the Junior today, or you can buy separately. And it's going to, in one, cut out these beautiful designs, which can then layer up to create a fabulous scene. These scenes can be used for backgrounds. These scenes can be used as main focals. These scenes can even be used individually. Imagine using this one and, you know, paper piecing different colours, or even using that as a lifted template that you can colour inside of. You could do this stained glass window style maybe with some acetate at the back and some colour dropping through. So much you can do with these. Use them individually or stack them up to create this kind of look. You are going to get not just these, but all of that card and the tape for £30 or $40. Plus you get 50 bonus points. And I will just mention, if you wanted to get this by itself, you might be able to. It is on the website, but that by itself is $24.99 or $29.95 in the US. So actually, for an extra £5, you're going to get this and those and those and the tape pen. It is well, that's a bit of a no-brainer if you ask me. Seize the moment if those are speaking to you today. £30, $40, 50 free bonus points. And don't forget, if it's your first ever order with us, you get 20% off your first order. Yes, even if you're buying the Gemini. I know, we spoil you. So let me bring you some more goodies, if I may. These ones are your double-sided window dies collection, and if you are into your florals or you know anyone who is, you're about to be in heaven. We're going to whisk you away now. Whenever I see cherry blossom, it does always make me think of the Japanese festival. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's called Hanami. I don't know if anyone's been. If you have, please message in. It's on my bucket list. I'd love to know what it's like. But yeah, it is a event which takes place in March each year, and it's basically dedicated to the cherry blossom. It's like a festival of the cherry blossom, and you know, it's like a bank holiday, and people go and sit out in the park under the cherry blossoms. Oh, it sounds magical. But if you ever particularly in March, April, walk past cherry blossom, they fill your heart with joy, then this is definitely one for you. That's a double-sided die, as is the lily window. As is the lily window. So with the lily window, again, you're getting one side here, and then you're getting the other side to it, which means that you can create really beautiful effects with these that you can layer up. I particularly like this design here. I think those stripes are really interesting. It makes it a bit geometric. I've also got in here your peony window. I know that we've done lots of peony stamps and things, so this could be a really cool one to add lots of texture to. Then I've got your rose window. Roses, I mean, they're everyone's favourite, aren't they? And then I've also got for you your tulip window. These tulips, I think, are sensational. And don't forget, they are tulips, but, and this could just be me, but I think if you just use the black outline, actually they could also pass as poppies, so maybe for remembrance pieces that would be quite nice. Depending on what colour you use, don't forget, tulips, like many flowers, have different meanings on their colours. So I'm trying to think of them. I know that purple in a tulip means like admiration or looking up to someone. I know that yellow tulips mean cheeriness or happiness. So depending on the type of card and the sentiment you want to put, think about your colours there. We have got all of these. As a reminder again, you've got your tulip, your rose, your peony, your lily. Uh-oh. Falling off. but it's a good excuse for me to show you both sides of this die. Always working. And I've got cherry blossom here for you. All of these together should be nearly £140. It's £49 today. You are saving almost double what you are spending. If you do want to grab it, £49 or $57 for you today. That is mega save, so do give those ones a go. And if you are looking at these and you think, Bex, I'd love to make them, but do I need anything special to use them? Well, yes, you're going to need a die cutter, and this is the die cutter we've got for you today. All of the power, but a junior size. So if you're strapped for space in your flat, your home, whatever it might be, this is a great one for you. And you're also going to be getting the free double-sided plates, which we're going to talk about more. Not only all of that, but you're getting an extra 50 bonus points today, which normally you'd have to spend £50 to get. This is win-win-win, and we are going to be carrying on with our demonstrations now. The die cutting machine really has sort of revolutionised the way we craft, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely, yes. I think the die cutting has taken over the world. I genuinely think that, because I remember only maybe 8 years ago, I didn't even own a die. 8 years ago. It's not really that long, is it?
Wow, no.
And so die cutting in that last 8 years has just builded from strength to strength. I started off with CD crafting. Let us know what you started off with and what brought you into the craft world.
Yes, please do.
For me, it was watching QVC with Dawn Bibby and Leonie, and that's where I got my first bit of inspiration for doing crafting with. I have had lots of hand cranking machines, and every single one of them have been fabulous. So I would never knock another die cutting machine. What I did get when I first got the Gemini machine was I realised that I just got used to those die cutting machines. I hadn't realised that electronic one would literally take my crafting up to the next level, and that's what the Junior will do for you. So if you are someone that's maybe sitting on the fence and you're not quite sure, this is a brilliant time to really get to grips with how a Gemini works. Now, the Gemini has unrivaled pressure. It has the most amount of pressure we can put into a die cutting machine that's ever been out there. We cannot, you get a mobile phone, you get laptops, you get all those electrical things. We upgrade on those ones, you know, very annoyingly, and there's always an upgrade that comes out. We can't upgrade the Gemini machine because it's got the most amount of power in any machine. So this, once you've got it, which is amazing. So, and the only upgrade you would ever do is a different color, maybe a different size machine, but actually you can't upgrade a Gemini machine because the pressure is in there from the first one that you get, and you will love it. So the Gemini itself is an A5 plate cutting machine. It has the on-off switch here, so we can just switch it on and it will light up, so our lights will come on. It has a pause button and a reverse button, which is fabulous. So the pause button, let's say the doorbell rings, you can pause it and then you can run and get the doorbell, and then you can press it again and it will carry on going. If you pause it and then you want to reverse it, so you might just have a couple of flowers maybe at the top of your plates as you're sending them through, then you can reverse it out. You might not have a lot of space behind, so you then might want to just be able to send it back through the other way so you're not taking it out of the back. So then what you get is your full set of plates, which is incredible, because I know with a lot of machines you would have to buy an extra embossing mat. One of my first machines, it didn't come with an embossing mat. None of the machines that I've had in the past have ever come with a metal shim. So all these things, it doesn't even mean you're necessarily going to use them, it just means that they are all there. So you are getting your magnetic shim, your plastic shim, you're getting your 2 cutting plates, your plastic, your rubber embossing mat, and your metal shim. So you're getting all of those with your Gemini. And this time, if you go for it, you are also getting these 2 plates. And honestly, once you've got these plates, you will never have to buy these again. These are going to last you. I mean, look how much mine are worn. These are all cut onto, but still stay really strong. These are carbon plates, which are really strong to hold double-sided dies, and we will talk about them in a moment, but they are an absolute must-have, and we're literally giving them away with this machine, which is incredible. So where do we start? start. Inside you have a booklet and it tells you all the platforms that you need to be able to work all the dies on the market except for the big dies, which are quite thick, like platform dies, and they're from Sizzix, and they're big dies. They're the only dies that will not fit in the machine. All regular thin metal dies, all of your mixed media dies, all your embossing folders. So the Gemini is named aptly because it's got that dual function of die cutting and embossing. So we're going to start with what the platform is for a thin metal die, because it's the most things that you would use. Die cutting thin metal dies is what we use all the time, every day, throughout all our crafting. Now we do it slightly different to what's in a booklet, and I will tell you why. I will show you what you would do if you were new to die cutting, just got it out of the box and you're following the instructions. You would first of all use your base cutting plate. Eventually your cutting plate will look like this, so do not be frightened when it starts cutting in, because this is good. It means it's cutting your dies. But what we are going to do is show the new ones. We've got the one on here. Then you would put on your plastic shim, and then you put on your magnetic mat. Now your magnetic mat, let's turn it the right way, is brilliant, because what it will do, it will hold, oh, I've put my die on the plate, let me put that one there. It will hold your dies, so if I move that, it's not going to go anywhere. It actually holds your dies in place. So if you've got a particular size of paper and you want that central to that piece of paper, you can then lay your paper over there, and then you would put on your top plate. Now the reason that we don't tend to, and you'll find none of the team do it this way, is because so many times we put our dies the wrong way round, put our card on top there, so you would put your card down, you'd run that through, and I'll have a nice fridge magnet. So we normally use this one as just an added shim, but if you did want to use it, it is for people that are a little bit not sure that their die is going to move in the machine, and it will hold your die into place when you put your card over the top. So the best way we find to use it is to use our cutting platform to start with, then to place whatever medium you're cutting into. So I'm putting some card down, then your metal die, and you can cut this down, and then we use our plastic shim. Now if you do get it the other way round, all it's going to do is scratch your plastic shim. It's not going to do any harm to your plastic shim, but it will to your fridge magnet. And then we put, not your fridge magnet, to your magnetic shim, and then we put in our magnetic shim, and that's just going to act as that extra shim. Once you've got all them in order, make sure your plates are square. You're literally going to take it up to your Gemini machine, offer it into the machine. Can I also say that if you do have any dexterity problems, these are really lightweight plates, considering most of the platforms that we get in a lot of our die cutting machines are quite heavy. Right. All I'm going to do, I'm hardly holding that, you can see, I'm just going to offer that into the machine, and it takes it from me. It could not be more simpler than that. No hand cranking. It's got handles at the side, so it's portable if I want to move it across the other side of my craft room. That comes out no problem whatsoever. And first time, every time, let me take off my tape. So this is your intricate dies, your thin metal dies. You are going to get the most amazing die cut. So if I bring that out, look just how beautiful that is, and you can come into any part of that, and that will be amazingly die cut in every single part. So such a gorgeous design, and we've got this die particularly on the show today. So that is for your thin metal dies. We also do embossing folders, so but actually let's do all the dies first before we go to embossing folders. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is take something really thick. So we've got a really thick piece of mount board, which you wouldn't think you would be able to cut that, which, you know what, it's one of those things. Thick leather, think of cork, think of felt, which is quite fibrous material. Multiple layers of materials is going to be amazing, because you can fit all these through. Now what I am going to do though, I like to always have a spare set of plates. It's just how I like to do it, because this is a thick metal die. die. It's not a thin metal die, it's a mixed media die. When you're cutting these, this will cut through your plates, but it will engrave them deeper than what a thin metal die does. Now I'm going to take out my platforms for this, because for a mixed media die, all you need is your cutting plate, your plastic shim and your top plate. And we're going to again do exactly what we did before. We're going to offer it into the machine. I'm going to just let go of that as soon you feel it sort of just take it from you. So there's no hardness about this machine. If it doesn't like it, it will just pass it back out, which is amazing. Now that has cut through there, as Sarah likes to say, like hot knife through butter, because it really is an incredible cut. And every seam, you can see that is genuine mount board. It cuts through these amazingly, and that's for your thick metal dies, so your mixed media dies. So we've got our thin metal dies and we've got our thick mixed media dies. So they're your two different dies that you're likely to come across in your die cutting experience.
Brilliant.
And then we've got what we class as our double-sided dies. Now, for me, these are just amazing. I mean, totally.
It's genius.
It is genius. It's
Yeah.
totally, these blow my mind, because you've got this beautiful intricate die that we would expect, and then on the back we've got another die. I mean, two dies, and all you're going to do with those is I've just got a piece of watercoloured cardstock with some wash over there and some black card, and I'm just going to sandwich this between the dies. So you can see I've got one side black, one side with my watercolour cardstock.
Great.
Now, this is the only difference, and it is the only thing we don't supply in the box, but this time we are actually we're giving you these plates. So these are your plates that you're going to need. These go between your two cutting plates, so very simple. You've got your cutting plate, your double-sided plate, and then you've got your card and your double-sided die. So that's going to cut down into one piece and up into the other, and then we're going to then put our double-sided plate on top of that. That's why you need two, and then your other plate on top of that. And remember, what you've noticed I'm doing is I'm rotating my plates all the time, because with those cutting plates you've got those extra sides to cut onto. Make sure, don't think, oh, I won't ruin one side, I'll just keep cutting on the other side. Don't do that, please don't do that. Keep rotating and spinning them around so it cuts evenly. It will prolong the length, your longevity of your plates. You just offer it into the machine, again taking it from you, no problem whatsoever. That's going to, you can hear it. Can you hear it if I go nearer? You can hear it sort of crunching. Yeah, it's that crunching that little bit.
Yeah.
Popping out the back. Now that's a thicker platform, remember. That bang is nothing to worry about. But you are going to get the most amazing. Let me just look at all this. It will all poke out.
Whoa,
so this is your
fab.
first die. I'm just going to get my brush. Where is my, there it is. Just get my brush to get all those other pieces out, because what you've then got is not only one die, which looks beautiful. If I just bring in that white piece of card, I mean that
by itself.
How gorgeous is
I love
that
it.
die? It's so beautiful. But Becky, we've got another die, remember, underneath. So if I bring this one out, oh, I think my card wasn't quite big enough. Let me just get rid of all those pieces as well. So taking these out, I mean, it just is amazing that it can cut through and give you this extra layer.
Yeah.
So if I then put this one on there first, I mean, that in itself, again, beautiful. But we can then layer this one on top.
Oh.
In one part, 8 seconds it's took me
Magical.
to do that, and look how beautiful that now looks. And that is the magic of double-sided dies. And remember, if you're going for the Gemini machine today, you will be getting these. I take it we've got these on the web as well for people that don't have the double-sided plate.
We've got them on the show
they're
with
on
the bag as well.
Oh, with the bag as well. So if you have got a machine but you want to try out these double-sided dies and get this type of effect, honestly, you'll absolutely love them.
I adore it. I just think it's truly wonderful. It really is like genius. We did have a message in from Beth saying, so the double-sided plates are a separate purchase, new to the Gemini family. First off, hey up Beth, how are you? Bring it in. It's lovely to have you in the family. Yes, so they are a separate purchase, but let me just let you know you can purchase them today. You say that you're new to the Gemini family. If you are planning on getting the Junior, maybe you've already got it. If you have, then I'll bring you the plates in a minute. If not, this is a great way to grab the Junior. The Junior is the machine that Debbie has been using. It's a little bit more delicate in size. So if you're a little bit small, you know, you've not got much space maybe in your craft room, this is a great one. If you want to buy it today, you will not only get 50 free bonus points, and just to let you know, bonus points are built up over your purchasing time, and it means that you get money off in the future, basically. You have also got the free double-sided cutting plates. But if you do want the cutting plates alone, because you've already got a die cutting machine, well, here you go. This is the Junior size, so these are the smaller ones that you can see. These are the ones that lovely Debbie's been working with. And you've all those ones $12.99 or $16.95. That's a saving of 30%. Or you've got your standard Gemini size here, slightly larger, of course, more material, and therefore slightly higher in price, but still very big discount. Maybe you want both sizes, and this is something which, to be honest, I'm thinking of getting into, because you'll know that we use the original size, if you will, of the Gemini often, and a lot of our wonderful craft experts do use the smaller Junior plates for speed. I do not have any Junior plates, and it's something that I definitely need to get my hands on. We have got for you here the normal size and the smaller size, so you can use them both with the larger machine. But if you want something a bit quicker, then you absolutely can, because and I can't remember who asked earlier on, it was teacher 4416 asking about the size of the double-sided dies that we've got. We're going to recap them quickly now. These are the double-sided dies. These are the window dies. You asked what size they were, and they are a 3.9 inch by a 5.9 inch. So that's the size that you're getting on these ones. In here, we are giving to you your cherry blossom. We've got the lily window, which the Fishers just worked with. Peony, you've got rose, you've got, and the tulip you've got. This is a huge saving, okay, because you're saving more than you are spending by a long chalk. You're saving over £88 or nearly $99, but you're only spending $49 or $57. So this is way better than half price. So seize the moment on those ones if you have been inspired. We have got another demo coming up for you now, which of course we always love. Don't forget, we'll be voting for demo of the show in a little bit. But for now, we have got another fabulous demo. What are we up to next?
Yeah, so we're staying on the double-sided dies because they are amazing and so good to demo because they always have that wow factor. Now, another little tip, sometimes you might find that you want to get a little bit more pressure. All you then do is add in your metal shim. Now, we don't need to cut into our metal shim, we can just add that in as just that extra little helping. Now, I'm doing that because what I'm asking this to do is I've got some adorable scoreable, so which is a really weighty cardstock. I believe it's about a 330 GSM, so it's quite a weighty one, and some 300 GSM Centura Pearl that I'm using as well.
Great.
So I'm using coordinating blues on this one, just placing them between it. So what I've done is got my cutting platform, my metal shim, my double-sided plate, my first piece of card with my die, and actually just while we're on the die, what you will find is when you look at the actual die itself, you might be wondering which colours to put on what size, and what I always say, the one with the most amount of area is the one that goes on the bottom. It's the one that has almost like the skeleton, sort of the really thin leaves that would then fit over the thicker part. So hopefully that makes sense.
Okay.
So because I want my darker piece to be at the bottom, so I'm going to place that on the top, got my blue to place over that one, and then we've got our top cutting plate for our double-sided dies, and that's just moved a little bit. So I just want to make sure, although I've done my card bigger, which is another quite good tip, make sure your card's that little bit more bigger, and then it will make sure it doesn't move and it will cut through. I mean, you could tape it down, offer it into the machine. This is really good. It stopped and it's pushed it back out. So it didn't like me putting in that extra shim. So I've actually, because the card's probably quite thick, it means that it doesn't want to accept that shim. So I'm going to take that out. And that's all you need to do. If it's given you back your plates, it means it doesn't like it. Offer it back through again. That will go through, no problem whatsoever. So I really love demos like that because it shows you that you can't damage your machine.
Yeah.
It means whatever it doesn't like, it's just going to send it back out and say, no, don't like that, you can have that one back. If it doesn't cut first time, just send it back through again and that will be fine. So, but this looks perfect. So I'm going to take this out. We've got 2 pieces here, so both our dies. And then, yep, that will all be cut out. So let me bring in my brush. So we're just going to use our brush tool to take all those pieces out. You do get a sponge with your brush tool, but I'm a bit of a wuss. I have a bit of a fear of foam.
Really? Is it the holes?
It's the feel of it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the feel of it. I don't like foam at all. So there's certain types of foam as well. Some foam, I've tried over the years to make myself, because it is a really ridiculous fear.
Yeah,
but it literally makes me go cold. I get goosebumps and
wow.
I don't like foam at all. But you will get foam if you're using your die brush and you just pop that onto your foam.
Okay.
So, but I'm just using my hand to see it works just as well. And taking out all those pieces. Now, once you've got out all your pieces, you will then mat and layer those over the top to create such a beautiful die. And then when you stick, I've already stuck one together, I bring that one in with all your pieces cut out. You'll see you've got that really gorgeous design. So you just stick the 2 together, but actually each one, if I bring back in that white card again, each one of these is a die in its own right. So you have got 2 dies with these. So that price, Becky, is unbelievable that we've got those for. And then what I'm going to do, I've already just made myself a little box. I've just put it together for timing, and I've just created the little box, put some mirror card on the inside. I've created an aperture through that window, and then what I'm going to do is just use a piece of acetate. So I'm going to pop those through. The actual size here, I use the die, so let me just bring in that die. I use that die to cut out the actual outside edge. And then it was the perfect fit for when I've done my die to pop that back in.
Get ya.
So let's just use some of our, can't think what it's called, it's gone out of my head.
Tape, your acetate, tape pen.
Yeah. There you go, tape pen. Just going to use some of our tape pen to put the glue down the sides and then just pop that inside there. So rub that down so that completely takes that. I'm going to just use the end of my brush, pop that down, and that will hold that securely in place. And then we can use our glue. So let's just grab myself some card, use our dotty tape pen, and then all I'm going to do is cover the entire back with that tape. That's what I love about these dotty tape pens. They just catch everything, but they don't put it where I don't want it. So I can still see there's no glue through any of those holes. And then we're going to pop that, and that will fit directly into that space, but giving me that beautiful aperture. There we
It's
go.
just magical.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
I love it.
And then I'm just going to go down with my tool just to make sure that's all adhered lovely. And it's just a special way of making something really lovely for someone.
Yeah.
Then pop our lid on, and that's created our little gift box. And there we go.
I love it.
Yeah,
It makes me
such
so
a nice
happy.
design.
Oh, it's astonishing. Thank you so much for showing us that. Isn't that wonderful? And just think about, you know, giving that as a gift box, whether you put a tie inside or it's a lovely neckerchief or some handmade truffles. You can do that sort of thing over and over again, and it will always make people wow. These are your double-sided cutting dies that we've got for you, which means that you get the 2 different effects on each side, marry them up together, or use them individually. And this is why, although it says 6 elements, which is correct, you're technically getting 6 pieces of metal, but for me, actually it's like buying 12 dies. That is what this is like, because you can just use one design or the other design, or them both together. Could you possibly even say it's a little bit like getting 3 in each one? We're bringing to you the Cherry Blossom We have also got your lily. Oh, do apologise, 2 ticks. We have also got for you your lily design. This is the one that we looked at first off. Then we've got for you your peony. I love the peony one, particularly I'm looking at how large these spaces are. And of course, you know, for paper piecing, colouring those in, if you did it on acetate for a stained glass window effect, would look fab. I've also got for you your rose. And of course, we've got your tulip. It's quite nice, the tulip one, because I don't think you see that many tulip designs, so it's a great one. We have got a huge saving back in your pocket, okay? You are taking nearly £89 or $99. I mean, we're not even taking it out of your account and then putting it back in. Oh no, it's all right, have the saving. You're only paying £49 or $57. You are saving way more than half price on that, so go for it, enjoy it. If you've been inspired like with that and you'd like to make some treats and treasures, but you want all of the essentials as well, let me bring you your starter kit. You are going to get 2 double-sided dies in this one. It's the lovely heart detail and you're getting water lilies, as you can see. Then you're getting the tape pen. You've all seen how easy a tape pen is. Perfect to be able to use. And then you're getting a selection of card. On this one that you're looking at now, we have got the creator card. And this one is a wonderful fairy die that we showed earlier on. And then you've got those nesting or stackable designs for your easel cards. If you have just tuned in and you maybe missed that demo, don't forget you can save this show, come back to it at your own leisure, and then you can craft along. So if you buy them now, you can watch this show back and craft along at home. That one's just £30 or $40 with extra 50 bonus points, which makes you more savings in the future. Then I've got to jingle my bells because it's Christmas. No, don't worry, it's not. This is getting you ready for those festive feelings though. And this is your interchangeable Create a Card Christmas collection. 20 elements within here. And again, we will be talking about these more shortly. $49.98 or $65.98, half price on these. If you do want to treat yourself to them separately, they are available. You can get them as a discount deal at half price as well. If you want to, have a little look on our web. If there's just 2 that are speaking to you, that's a good way of doing it. Now let's go through all the consumables, aka the things that we always use. You know, like the stuff you always use in your cupboards. You know, it's like your pasta, it's like your tinned tomatoes, it's like your Worcestershire sauce. It's the essentials that you go to time and time again and use up. But the crafting version. We've got 2 sets of your wonderful glue. This is an all-purpose glue. You will use it a lot. And then we have got your dotty tape pen. This is the type of tape that the fish was using on the back of her design earlier on, so it didn't come through. All of those, you're getting 2 of each. It's $12.75 or $22.25, saving 20%. Let's go for a foam pad collection now. So these are pads that are foamy and they are sticky on both sides. And that means that if you put them onto different pieces, they will lift them slightly, they'll give them slightly different layers, etc. Actually, for example, if you got the easel cards and you do your easel stoppers, you will use the foam pads at the bottom of them. So depending on the size you're using, you're getting the 3 different sizes and they will create that lovely lift. £9.50 or $23. This week's Get It, Got It, Phew Good is the final day of it today. It is 3 packs of your Nina card and 3 packs of watercolour card, aka 2 of our most popular plain white cards. We're bringing them to you at a discount deal. I really do think it's a little bit unusual that we do that. A lot of places, you know, if they have a product that sells time and time and time again, normally a discount isn't even offered. But today we are £19 or $28. And whilst I'm just talking about the final day of that, I will just mention to you as well, it is the final day of the Total Tiffany Spend and Save, just to let you know. So if you head on over to the website, if you want to purchase some Total hopefully, Tiffany, you will be saving today, okay? So it is, if you spend 30, you'll save a fiver. If you spend 50, you save a tenner. 80, you spend 20. It is for you today, the final day of that though, so do seize the moment on it. Shall we head on over for a little bit more inspiration? We're about to bring to you a wonderful craft kit, and this is wonderful for anyone to get involved with, isn't it?
This is so super cute. Who doesn't love a craft kit? I mean, they are so good. The unboxing is amazing. Everything that you get in here is something that you can craft straight away. You are getting over 290 elements. This is an incredible buy. If we turn it round, I'm going to open it up. You can see straight away that you get this gorgeous. You get Sarah welcoming you. You get it wrapped in gorgeous tissue paper. It is all packed away, so you have to open it. Mine's already open, but I can show you what you get. So straight away you can see the colours that we are getting in here from your embellishments in 3 different sizes of ribbons. You've got those gorgeous pinks, blues, greens. You've got coordinating gems in there as well. On top of that, you are getting these beautiful papers. I mean, look at these. That's my sort of paper, that one. But these gorgeous printed papers which look incredible. You're then getting your core colour cardstocks to go with them, but in the double-sided solid colours, which really is just amazing. But on top of that, you are getting these 2 dies which are so beautiful. Let's turn those round and you can see these are creator card dies. They don't have a cutting edge along this piece here, which means all of this will cut a detail into your card, and then your floral one as well. I mean, these are some of the nicest dies I've seen. You cannot buy these dies anywhere else. These haven't been made for you to buy separately, so if you want dies like this, you can only get them in this collection, which is amazing. You are then getting your 6x6 envelopes and matching cardstock. You are getting your A6 envelopes and cardstock. You're getting your 5x7 envelopes and card blanks. Sorry, not cardstock. These are card blanks, which are amazing. So you are able to have all of these in this box. And actually, shall we be cheeky and cut these out?
Yay!
And just show how they work. So let's just let's cut them. Let's cut them. So what we're going to do, you're getting card blanks in there that will fit perfectly onto these, and all you're going to do is hold that into there and run that through. And I'm going to get my junior plates and pop them on. I'm thinking they'll just be the right size to go across, but I'm also thinking I might need just an extra bit of pressure, so we will just put in our metal shim. So I'm going to just pop that into there. And also the other thing that we never showed, Becky, was the reverse function. So let me pop that into place, and then I'm going to show you how the machine does its reversing. So I'm going to offer that into the machine like this. So can we see that? I'm going to bring it in a little bit so we can see the actual machine. As that goes through, you can sort of hear the die. So I can hear the pressure of the die going through, and then when you know that's been through, I can sort of hear it. Is it stop, then press it again, I can see, yeah. And then you press the M1, and what that will do is reverse it. So if you've got quite a tight space and this is up against your wall and you want to put something in and then bring it back again, this is a great way of using that reverse function. So if I take that out, and I'm going to just grab my tool and get rid of all these pieces. I'm trying to hit my bin so I don't make too much mess for our lovely Tracy.
What percentage of it is going into the bin, would you say?
Well, I would say a good 50.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I would say a good 50. So all I'm going to do is take away that outer edge that's cut. Let's pop in some coloured card, and look how beautiful that die is. I mean, it really is. Such as a couple of little bits there. So let's just pop those out. But they will all pop out of there, and you've got just the most beautiful die. So that's our first one. And then actually I've got a yellow card blank here. I'm going to do this one because you've got to see how well this cuts. It's so lovely. I love a toadstool house. I just don't think there's anything better. I mean, who wouldn't even want to live in a toadstool house? I mean, it's so lovely.
I'm not sure I would, because I don't think there'd be much room for anything else.
Boom, boom. You are a funny one, Miss Bell. I love that. But I think they're great for new home cards, so you know, anything like that, but just such a lovely design.
Fairy lovers as well.
Absolutely. I've lost my brush. There it is. Just take all these pieces out. And such a beautiful design. There we go. I think we've caught most of them. And then I'm just going to take this side bit. It just hasn't caught on those ends because of my plate, where my plates were. Take those bits out.
Oh, it looks great.
Yeah, isn't it lovely? Such a, and it's fun, isn't it? It's just a fun design. And then if I just bring in a piece of card to highlight that, look how gorgeous.
Lovely.
That is so, so beautiful. And actually, if you do want a bit more inspiration, let's just show a few of these samples, Becky.
Okay.
Which look gorgeous. So you've got that really lovely house.
That's
and just
nice.
all these papers are what you're getting in this collection. So really work so, so well.
Oh,
I love this in glitter. Look at that one. Very nice. And then you've got that gorgeous floral design, which is so, so pretty. Paper piece back in there. Just a lovely collection, this one.
I think that is really sensational. I adore that. If you would like to treat them, this is your Scene Create a Card craft kit. You're getting 290 elements. That's mega amount. And just to let you know, the box on it says that it makes 24 cards, but there is so much more in this, isn't there, Debbie? It's not just 24 cards. That's very conservative.
Very much so, yeah, you could do that. And when you think you've got your dies, the others are consumables, but the dies are going to go on and on and on, and you're going to be able to do so much of those. But what I would say is if you like your papers, just use them really frugal. Cut them about, use your scraps, and yeah, they're going to go far more than 24
They
cards.
really are. You're going to love them. Okay, let me bring to you some more goodies as a quick recap in case you have just tuned in. If you have, hiya, how are you? I hope you're having a really good day so far. We have got for you so many wonderful elements. This is currently on your screen, and we have also had for you today demonstrations using the likes of your Bottles Up collection. This is a big collection. It's like a bundle, if you will. And when we say a bundle, what we mean is we get lots of elements that maybe have similar themes or would go together quite nicely, and we give you the discount on it. So in here, I have got for you Sweet Treat. Also, I have got for you the Time for Tea. Then I'm bringing to you Be Fabulous. And we've got some bottoms up, and I have actually heard that the Be Fabulous, some people have sent in pictures, which we will have a little look at later. Then you've got the corresponding stamps to go with them. So for example, bottles, and then you've got things like cheers to you in there, as well as numbers. You've got numbers 1 all the way through to 9 on here, and 0 included, so you can make combination numbers for dates of year of birth or whatever it might be. Then for the Time for Tea collection, you've got little tea bag tags, and we have got for you the Sweet Treat selection that goes with the cupcakes. You've got sprinkles on there, a happy birthday and more. And then you've got the Be Fabulous one, which is the dress. And you've got plenty on there as well, including the likes of tassels. You've got roses on there. You've got the sentiment of celebrate and be fabulous. So there's absolutely loads you can do with these. It's a massive collection, 115, and it's a big saving. I just mentioned your photographs, didn't I? And you have been sending some in that are great for this collection. Let's have a little nosy, shall we? Michelle, you've said, oh, I love that.
Oh, I love the shape faces. Yeah, that looks beautiful.
That looks absolutely brilliant. I love the colours you've gone for in that, Michelle. Thank you for sending that in. That is really pretty. I bet that definitely raised a smile. We've also got another one in from Quilling Lady. Oh, wow. Well, that is very pretty indeed, isn't it?
Oh, so lovely. I love how she's done those pleats in that paper for the skirt. Looks beautiful.
I love the next one as well. Look at this, wow. Those roses really pop on that colour, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I think that's a stamp, Becky, that's actually in the collection.
Looks fabulous. And what I do adore with it as well is that, that.
Oh my goodness!
It looks so different. Yeah, right? So we have got Spot the Disney Princesses. So I've worked them all out. Have you got any insight?
I think so. I think the middle one's Sleeping Beauty, isn't it?
Sleeping Beauty.
No, it's not Sleeping Beauty. No, it's
Don't eat
Anna.
the apple. Oh,
No,
what,
I
in the
know.
middle?
In the middle?
Which one are you
The
talking about?
apple one is the left, so...
Right, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so the left one's Snow White, the
Yeah.
back one's Cinderella, or Belle. That could be Belle.
I think it's Belle
Yeah.
or Cinderella. Yeah, because one of her dresses
She has
is yellow,
a yellow
isn't it?
dress, yeah, as well.
And then in the middle, I thought it was Brave,
Brave.
but actually...
I was thinking Brave, but then I
it's
don't...
Elsa, isn't it, from Frozen?
Yeah, I
Elsa.
think...
or Anna.
Anna.
Anna, yeah.
I think it is Anna, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Anna,
Yeah,
yes.
it is now I think
Let
of
us
it.
know what you were doing, but I thought, yeah. They are
They're just
amazing.
magical. There's so many of you messaging in about these dies, so thank you for those. We have got loads more goodies on the way for you here at Crafters TV. Do not forget that we have got the opportunity, if you do want to be social, you can carry on getting social. Don't forget, we'll do a vote for a demo of the show for you a little bit later on. And later on in the day, we will be doing the pick of the week, and that will be part of Second Chance Sunday. This is coming up for you today in Second Chance Sunday. It's at 7 p.m. UK time or 2 p.m. Eastern time. Set your alarm clocks for it. It's the wonderful fish that we're going to be with, and we have got loads of treats in there, including things that have launched in the last few days. Then tomorrow morning, it's Craigle with Wake Up Call. It's 12 p.m. UK time, 7 a.m. Eastern time to start off your brand new week. So those are just a couple of the things that you need to set your alarms for with our wonderful Crafters TV. I am going to head on over now to the lovely Debbie for another demonstration, and this time we're about to shake things up, aren't we?
We certainly are. We're shaping them up in the shape of a cupcake. So I adore this. This is a great one to have. It suits so many people. It suits so many occasions as well. It is a really large cupcake, which I really adore. You're going to love making these because you can then make them to whatever you want. You can use them as toppers, but we're going to use it as the shape base. Now you can see you get lots of dies with this. I love this die here. When I first got this, which was a little while ago, I made my daughter some sandwiches, and we made this and put what the sandwiches were and just added them to a little stick. So this is a brilliant die if you've got like a little tea party coming up or a child's birthday party. You can label everything with this little flag die, which is brilliant. You're then getting that set of stamps, which is gorgeous. So you're the icing on the cupcake. You're a beautiful cupcake in a world of ordinary muffins. Not that muffins I think are ordinary. I love a muffin.
Oh, I love a muffin.
It's a cupcake kind of day. Happy birthday. Lots of different things. Love that you've got sprinkles on here as well, which is great. You've got all these different ones. You've also got your cherry in here, your candle. It really is a great set, this one. But first of all, what we're going to do, again, we're going to cut a card blank. Now, you could cut your card blank across, but I like to cut it at the side, so you've still got that side opening, and then you don't lose none of your topper.
I get you.
On the front.
Right.
So I'm just going to pop this across here. Again, use your low tack tape to position it and make it, well, not to position it, to make sure that it's not going to go anywhere other than where you want it cut. So we're going to place that on there. Pop that onto my platform, and again I will keep saying, because I know some of you are going for that Gemini machine, you need your cutting plate platform, your cutting plate, then your card, your die, your plastic shim, your magnetic shim, and your top cutting plate. And then all you're going to do is, once you've got all of those to hand, you're going to offer it into the machine and just let it take it from you. You don't need to force it in, you don't need to do anything drastic. stick to the machine is doing all that hard work for you. There's optical sensors in each side of this machine, and it will work out what's inside and where it needs to cut. It's an absolute genius of a machine. So we've done that one. Then what we're going to do, we're going to cut that die again, because I want to make sure we can't see this slanted bit of the side, because you can see I've now got my opening card blank, which is amazing and stands up. Great. But I want to cover that, so I'm going to bring in this piece. I'm just going to trim this down so I can fit both pieces on my board at the same time. And it really does show you I'm not worrying where I'm cutting on my board, because I have every faith that it's going to cut that beautifully wherever my die cuts are laid. And again, your platform for your thin metal dies, and send that through again. And this time it's going to cut my base layer, and then it's going to cut that frosting. That's the word, I couldn't think of it earlier, your frosting. I was also looking at it and thinking, if you were clever and just made like a triangle that sort of comes down, you could make an ice cream cone as well out of that.
Oh, way up, that's a great idea.
Yeah, especially for the summer, because that is the shape, isn't it, of an ice cream.
And specifically a Mr. Whippy, I'd say.
Mr. Whippy, yes, absolutely.
I love it.
So yeah, lots you can do with that. So we've got those pieces. I am just going to bring in my ink here, and also I'm going to bring in this piece. So I have embossed this with an embossing folder. This embossing folder is the one that comes with the actual normal Gemini, which is this folder. So I've just embossed the detail. But there's also a smaller version that does come with your Gemini as well. So you could do the same embossing with the folder that's in your Gemini machine.
Okay.
And all I'm going to do is just add some extra darkness just around using my crushed velvet. So just to highlight that a little bit more. And actually I'm just going to go into my embossing a little bit, because it looks so gorgeous, and then just taking that around my edges. And all that's going to do is going to really draw your eye into your whatever image you're putting on. So always remember that with your ink pads, you know, just have a little bit of ink around the edges, and it really will draw your eye in and add that extra added detail. So all the way around, just to create our top there. And then we're going to assemble our card together. So we've got our main piece here, which we're going to stick on. Now don't stick the back here, because then you'll make this side sticky. I'm just going to add my tape to the actual card itself, because I know that will fit perfectly. Add that on, and then this one here. So just to there. So I'm going to turn it over. I'm making it a bit mucky because I've got ink everywhere, but you'll be more careful. And then we're going to add our topper on the top. I mean, look how gorgeous that is starting to look. And all I'm going to do is put that across the top here. Doesn't seem to want to grip onto there, so I'm just going to go to the bottom. It's because it's got my ink on there, so till that dries, we'll pop that on the top. So we've got our cupcake base card.
Lovely.
No problem whatsoever. And then all I've got, I've done myself a bow, and we've got like one of the tags. So I've just cut myself a little tag, and then I've put "You're the sweetest," and then we've cut the heart that's in there, and I've got a little butterfly. So we're just going to position these into place. What I am going to do is just bring in my foam pads, and we will pop that onto a foam pad. Or 3, as there's 3 come off at once there. So we'll pop that onto the end there. And also our, there they are, right in front of me. Our little heart.
Don't forget we had the offer on the foam pads if you do fancy them and they're on the show.
Yeah, they're always handy to have, aren't they, foam pads? Can't go wrong.
I go through mine so quickly.
And then we're just going to use our tape to go across to put our little bow onto there. Put that in the wrong place. Look, I should have put my bow on first. Let's move that over. There we go. And then all I've got just to finish off is just a few gems that we can just put around the top here to almost add as our just extras on top of our cupcake.
That's great.
And there we go.
Oh, that's just magical.
Such a sweet little thing, isn't it? And actually being able to make a card out of that just looks amazing.
It really does. I adore that one, and I can just imagine, I can't actually think of anybody who wouldn't love that.
Yes, that's so true, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That could be something that a 3-year-old could look at and fall in love with, a 33-year-old could, a 103-year-old could, you know. It's fab, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So, whilst the fish gets together her fabulous demos, crammed loads in today, right, of the show for us to get ready and voting, let me quickly recap what we have just brought to you. So the design that we've just made with that lovely shaper is that we brought to you the die collection that then has the stamps. Again, if you are brand new, well, perfect show to tune into. The dies themselves, the metal shapes, you're going to be getting all of these different shapes. For example, the heart shape, that will then marry up to the heart-shaped stamp. So you can stamp on top of it. That means that you can create this cupcake with whatever sentiment, detailed design you fancy. Then I've also got the same for your time for tea. For all of you who just love a cuppa, it's definitely me. And we have got for you the wonderful teapot and much more. This isn't only for you tea lovers, it's great for Mad Hatter's tea party, etc. as well. You're getting loads in here, including your My Cup of Tea sentiment. Then I've got for you the Be Fabulous. Now, if you were watching just a couple of minutes ago, you will have seen the amazing makes by the likes of Michelle and Quilling Lady. Quilling Lady did get back in touch with us saying Snow White was the one on the left, the middle one is Anna from Frozen, and the right one was, of course, Belle. So we did get them right. Thank you again for sending those in. Then I've also got the bottles, or bottles up. We did a demo on this near the start of the show, so you can watch that back if you want. Not only do you get all of those dies with the corresponding stamps, you also get a discount. It is $74.97 or $98.97. We have got the opportunity for you to get involved with some interactivity today, and we do love you getting interactive because, quite frankly, it's fabulous to see you make, see you designs, etc. So whilst we are thinking of getting social, how about you get voting for your wonderful card of the show? So which one of these demos are you going to be voting for? Let's have a little recap.
Number 1 was our fairy, so that's our number 1. Then number 2 was our Father's Day bottle of beer. And number 3 was our heart easel card. Number 4 was our double-sided die cut. And number 5 was our beautiful cupcake card.
I feel like this is going to be a real close one because I feel like they're really tough to choose from. But if you would like to get voting, head on over to our socials. This is how you get involved with it. Maybe you've been watching this and you've gone, wow, all of that inspiration, I really do want to join the Gemini family. Then here is the way to do it. All you have to do is head on over to crafterscompanion.com.co.uk and you can shop the show. And that means that you can get today fabulous treats, including the Gemini Junior. Now, this machine has all the power but the smaller size, but it still creates, as you've seen, perfect cards time after time. With this offer, and it is an offer for today, free double-sided cutting plates. So if you've got any of those double-sided dies, you will need the extra cutting plates. Don't forget though, you don't just get the machine, you get all extra goodies with it too, including your normal cutting plates. But this one today has got the extra surprise of the free double-sided cutting plates, which you don't normally get. Not only that, you're getting 50 extra bonus points, which is part of our Club Inspire. So when you are spending, you're saving up points for free. You know, we don't charge you to save up the points. And then once you get a certain amount of points, you'll get added extra discounts and offers. So 50 of those for you today. Whilst you are checking out your baskets, because I know there's a lot of you who have got some of them double-sided dies, especially in your baskets. Whilst you're checking those out, let's have a little reminder about one of the reasons we love our Junior Sew. fact that you get all of the opportunity to create all of those things, and you get all the freebies, and today you get an extra freebie, well, 2 extra freebies if you're counting the 50 points as extra. You're getting the double-sided cutting plates too. Now is definitely your time to buy. We have had so many fabulous demonstrations. You are getting your votes in. We'll announce the winner of Demo of the Show shortly. But before that, who fancies just a bit more inspiration? Don't know about you, but Sundays for me are a very inspiring day. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm always inspired. You inspire me, Becky.
Oh my gosh, you're adorable, and I'm going to record that and play it all the time. We have got time for another demo, so what do you fancy doing?
Yeah, it's just a quick one, but I really wanted to touch on that gorgeous kit, more so because of this cardstock. This glitter cardstock is pure luxury. The black glitter, honestly, is just amazing, and then you've got that rose gold, so together these are going to be an explosion of just beautifulness here. I'm taking that Lots of Love dye. Again, the one with the most amount of space I'm using to cut my black card, because that will be my base layer, and then I'm going to use the rose gold to go on the top. Now, I'm asking it to do a lot because it is glitter cardstock. Now, anyone that doesn't know about glitter cardstock, it's encapsulated glitter, so it's non-shed, which makes it amazing for people that don't genuinely like glitter. But it also means it's got a really, really thin plastic shim in it to encapsulate that. So what you do need to do sometimes is either pass it through a couple of times or add your metal shim.
Okay.
But it does cut. The other thing, now the reason I say that is with a lot of dyes, it all automatically falls out, doesn't it? So, but with this, what you'll have to do, I'm just going to give it a tap to release it, but you'll see not a lot of them have come out. They're all cut, but you just need to use your pokey tool to take them out.
Okay.
So and I'll show you what I mean. Oh, didn't mean to take that one. We need that piece. So all of these, if I just poke through, you'll see even the middle ones, they're all cut, but you just have to give them a wiggle and they'll all just fall out.
And don't forget, if you are brand new and you think, oh no, now I need to buy a pokey tool, if you're just trying it out, you can just poke them out with the end of a pencil or
your
a
finger.
handle.
I mean, look, I can do this with my fingers, so you don't need to, it's just a case of giving it a wiggle until they all just fall out. And the black one will be the same as well. You can see it's all come out. And all of this, look at this, we've got confetti, glitter confetti. So don't get rid of any of those. So they will all come out, but if I move all those to the side, you'll see that we've got these beautiful designs which look gorgeous. We're then going to mat and layer them over each other. So I'm going to start off with the rose gold. Name went out of my head then. And then we're just going to place our dotty tape pen all the way down there. Now, what's great about the dotty tape pen is it has 22 meters of tape, so it's going to last you a long, long time. And I'm just making sure I've got all of that and the sides covered. And then we can stick that over the top. Now they will fit, I think that's the wrong way. There we go, that's better. They will fit precisely on the edges. What I always say to everyone with these dies, follow the outside frame rather than any of the pattern, because they are exact to each other. And look, I mean, look at that, that's just amazing. So, and then what I'm going to do is we're going to apply that glue. Oh, come to the end. You always know you've got an end bit when you've got hit the little metal grip. So let me find myself another dotty one.
Don't forget, this collection does come with a tape pen if you need one.
Yeah, which is brilliant. So just popping that down all the sides. And using that to then go on just to our card front. And what's nice about these, it really is the simplicity of them. Just being able to create a card like that, all you now need is a sentiment and maybe a little ribbon, and you've got the most amazing card there with those gorgeous hearts. But that glitter cardstock truly is beautiful.
Just lifts it. It's another layer, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's magical. I mean, I do love a bit of glitter, but just as you said,
too.
crafting with glitter can sometimes be a lot of work. work, but that card, the fact you've got that in the starter pack and you're getting loads of sheets of it, and you're going to get the black with it as well. You're getting the 2 double-sided designs. So I know that Debbie showed you one of them. This is the other design. If you did want to grab it, then you absolutely, it's in there. And the block tape pen, all of that for just £30. This is a mega saving, it really is. You've got half price deal essentially and 50 bonus points. Now is your chance. Now we have had the winner through for demo of the show. Which one do you think it's going to be?
I'm not sure. Either the fairy or the waterfall. Yeah, I don't know.
Apparently, it was very, very close between 2. So much so that Gorgeous Social Team said, sorry, I'm waiting for a tie to break between 2 of them. The winner was number 4, the double-sided die box that you did.
There we go, that one, yes.
That's fab, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. What was the other one it was close with?
I'm not sure. Social didn't say, but they were waiting for the tiebreaker. So well done and thank you for voting. We have got the wonderful Second Chance Sunday coming up soon. You're looking forward to it, Fish?
Yes, I always love Second Chance Sunday. It's where we get to play with so many different things through things that you've chosen, what we've chosen.
It's wonderful. So that is on its way for you, including some things you may well have missed. Thank you so much for joining us in this show. Set your alarm clock because we'll be back in 2 hours. We'll see you then, my love.